In this movie, let's look at the server side of our global configuration. Right here is the path to our temporary folder. Let's look right here on our FTP. All you do is you go to your Joomla install and you can see you've got a TMP subdirectory there, right here. The next thing we see is whether or not we want to turn on gzip page compression. Compressed files typically do open up faster, which means the site speed would be a little bit faster. Normally, though, people don't have a lot of information that they truly need to do that compression, but it is an option in case you do need it. What type of error reporting do you want? Do you want none? Do you want the maximum? Force secure sockets later on the administrator only, or maybe for the entire site. The time zone is set to this when you install Joomla. You definitely want to make sure that it's set to where the site's server is located. Whether or not you want to enable file transfer protocol. You definitely need to know your host, the port that it's going through, username, password, and of course your root directory. The root directory is where are you sending these files. Make sure you're sending them to the right place by making sure you put the correct directory in here. Over here at the right, our MySQL database tells us the host name, its username, and database. This is the name of our database. When I installed this on my GoDaddy server, it also gave it the same username. If I go back here and manage my account, I'll show you where this database is at. You can see right here, I described it as Joomla VTC, and I can manage this by phpMyAdmin just like I did for my local install. Except on my local install, remember I used XAMPP. I typed in 127.0.0.1 and used XAMPP to manage it by phpMyAdmin. Here I just type in my username and my password and I can edit my database there also. If you've forgotten what the database name is or you don't remember, this is the place we're going to look, your server settings. Down here is our database prefix. Don't change it like it says unless you have a database built using tables with the prefix that you're setting. Remember those tables we looked at earlier in phpMyAdmin? They all begin with that, so you want to make sure you don't mess with it. The mailer function sets which mailer we're going to use. We're using PHP right now, but we could use SendMail or SMTP. Who that mail is going to come from. The from name. Definitely make sure you get your company name or whatever you need in there to truly identify your site when you're sending emails. The path that it's going through. If you use SMTP, you need to have this specific information in there. So go take a look at your server settings on the global configuration side.